Thanks to the Chris Oliver and the Survey for their hashtag Gameweek23 transfer comments in the comments of the last video. We'll see how your transfers do in Gameweek 23 and 24, but I can't argue with either of your guys' logic with the transfers you're making to get that Liverpool triple up.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now.
What's up guys, and welcome to FPL Today. I'm the man in the know, JNO, and welcome to another video about Game Week 24. Yes, you're probably tired of hearing about Game Week 24 now, but of course Game Week 24 is the double game week where Liverpool play Wolves and West Ham away, and the big question is who to triple up on as your Liverpool assets. But before we get into that, if you do enjoy this video, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. All of that massively helps the channel and helps me continue to make videos. And also thank you to the sponsors of this video, OneFootball. OneFootball is a great app for your football fan needs, where you can customize an app for your iOS or Android device to give you the updates that you need, the notifications that you want to your phone so you can stay up to date. This includes everything from the Premier League to new transfer news to international football and all the other leagues in the world. This is a great tool for FPL managers and football fans alike. Check out the top link in the description and let's get on with the video. So we're going to start off this video with the big question that a lot of people are asking, and it's whether to triple up on defenders or attackers. Now we're going to look at the attackers first. Of course, that is Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah. Those are the two most popular options, and have a look at if one is better than the other and if potentially we need to get both of those guys in. For this, we are first going to look at their season-long stats, and as you can see, they are both two of the top scorers in the Premier League and the Fantasy Premier League right now. We have Mane at 12.4 million, who has risen to a point where he's more expensive than Mohamed Salah by getting 143 points to Mohamed Salah's 126. That's from 11 goals to Salah's 10 and 8 assists to Salah's 5. However, underlying stats is much in favour of Mohamed Salah. 66 shots on goal, 54 from inside the box compared to 49 shots on goal by Mane, but 42 inside the box. As you can see, Mane does have more of his shots come from inside the box. Salah is more likely to take a shot from outside. On target, Mane has 25 on target compared to Salah's 31. Again, that's more shot accuracy there by Sadio Mane, which is maybe why he's become such a popular pick this season. Then we've got big chances, 21 big chances to Mane to 16 for Mohamed Salah, so the quality of chances Mane is getting is better. However, Salah has scored more of his big chances. He's got 9 out of his 16 big chances to go in the back of the net, whereas Mane's only got 6 of his big chances to go in the back of the net out of 21. And then also as far as chance creation goes, Mane does beat Salah in this aspect, 36 chances created to 32, with 26 of those resulting in a shot on target compared to Mohamed Salah's 23 resulting in a shot on target. But with that being said, those stats are very similar, and it could be argued that in this game week coming up, it's a bit of a punt which one of these two will do better over 2 game weeks. We then get to this season away so far, and we can see a slight difference in performance now, where we get Mane at 58 points to Mohamed Salah's 41. That's from 4 goals and 3 assists compared to 1 goal and 4 assists for Mohamed Salah. Shots on goal, very similar, 23 to 25 in Salah's favour, 19 from inside the box to Salah's 20. So we can see that the likelihood of Salah taking a shot from distance is actually slimmer when we only consider away games. Shots on target is the exact same at 10 apiece. Big chances again, Mane wins out here 8 to 5. However, they've both only scored one of their big chances away this season. Also, chances created, Mane just wins out here 17 to 15, with 11 resulting in shots on target to Salah's 9. And then we look at the last 6 away and we can see again very similar stats here. We actually have 9 points apiece, Mane getting 1 goal and 1 assist compared to no goals and 1 assist for Mohamed Salah. We also have 5 shots on goal apiece, but from inside the box, Mane has all 5 from inside the box and Salah only has 3. Mane also has 2 shots on target to Salah's 0, big chances 2 to Salah's 0, however he hasn't scored any of them, and chances created is actually in Salah's favour 4 to 3, but both have only got 2 shots on target resulting from their chances created. I would argue, having a look at these stats, that to be fair, it's probably just hit or miss whether one of these will do better than the other. They have both had a great season so far. Yes, some people may have preferred Salah to have an even better start than he has had, but they're both two prolific scorers in this fantasy Premier League game. If you have one or the other, they're probably going to do well. And then also, if you're doubling up, there's an argument to be said that they should both do well. Maybe one in each game week. Maybe they'll both do well in both games. There isn't really much to separate these two, but if I was going to tilt it one way or the other, it would probably just be Sadio Mane. So then we look at defenders. Is there a clear option here? And do these defenders stand up enough to the likes of Salah and Mane where we would consider them instead of one of the two of the top price players in the game? We have Trent Alexander-Arnold at 7.5 million and Robertson at 7 million. And all season long, again, the points isn't massively different. You have 118 points to Robertson's 104. You have 2 goals for Arnold to 1 goal for Robertson, 10 assists for Arnold to 6 for Robertson. Then when we look at the underlying stats, it is much in favour of Trent Alexander-Arnold. We have 25 shots on goal to 13, 13 of those from inside the box to 6, 7 on target to Robertson's 4, with 2 big chances apiece. However, Robertson scored one of his big chances, and the 2 goals that Arnold has scored haven't come from either of his big chances. And then as far as chance creation, Trent Alexander-Arnold is pretty much head and shoulders above any defender in the league, with 60 chances created, 34 resulting in a shot on target. But Robertson is no slouch with 30 chances created, 18 resulting in a shot on target. And of course these two, if you bought them today, come in at a price of 14.5 million. Only 2.1 million more expensive than Mane and 2.2 million more expensive than Mohamed Salah. So budget wise, this is a lot more friendly. If we look at away form, considering the fact that Wolves and West Ham game are both away, we can see again it's extremely similar here. 67 points to 64 in Trent's favour. 2 goals to 1 goal in Trent's favour. 5 assists to 3 in Trent's favour. With again the underlying stats much in Trent Alexander-Arnold's favour. 12 shots to 3. 7 inside the box to 2. 3 on target to 2. No big chances, however, for Trent in the away games this season, whereas Robertson has had 1 big chance and he did put it away. And as far as chances created, 22 chances created for Arnold with 14 resulting in a shot on target, compared to 10 chances created for Robertson with 7 resulting in a shot on target. So for me, the underlying stats lean heavily in favour of Trent. However, Robertson has, points-wise, been keeping up with Trent Alexander-Arnold and is £0.5 million cheaper. And then finally, we're going to look at Roberto Firmino at 9.3 million. And to me, this is potentially the move I'm going to make because he seems like a viable option for this double game week, as I don't plan to go too long this season with 3 Liverpool players. I've tried this kind of thing before with Liverpool and Man City, and I never seem to get it right when I triple up on a side. So I will do it for 1 double game week, of course, but after that, I may very well see myself move back to covering other bases. Now, Firmino at 9.3 million this season has 100 points. That's not too far behind the rest of the pack, with 7 goals and 5 assists. 65 shots on goal, with 55 of them being from inside the box. 27 of those being on target, with 13 big chances, scoring 5 of them. Then he's got 27 chances created, with 17 resulting in a shot on target. All of that isn't too bad. What I do like is it seems that Roberto Firmino's importance in that Liverpool side amps up a bit in away games, as 67 of those 100 points come from away games this season, with 7 goals and 1 assist, 31 shots on goal, 26 from inside the box, 15 on target, 9 big chances, scoring 5 of them, with 16 chances created, 7 of those resulting in a shot on target. And of course, in his last 6 away, it's 21 points with 3 goals. He seems to have amped up his importance in the December period and in January, with 3 goals being quite a good contribution in 6 games, 7 shots on goal, all from inside the box, 5 resulting in shots on target, 4 big chances out of 7 shots is very good, with 3 of them finding the back of the net, and then 6 chances created, with 2 resulting in a shot on target. And for me, it is just a much easier way into this Liverpool triple up than going anywhere else. So as you can see here is my side for game week 23. And if I was to make moves for Game Week 24, the easiest thing for me to do would be to transfer out Rashford or Vardy for Roberto Firmino and then potentially revert back. Of course, I have some value in both Vardy and Rashford, so there might be a bit of tinkering elsewhere just to be able to afford them back into my side. But that takes the least amount of surgery on my squad and makes me feel like I wouldn't have to suddenly change things up if potentially Liverpool start only winning games 1 or 2-0. Now, I'm not suggesting Liverpool will stop winning games because they have been on an absolute tear recently, but I'm just saying potentially they won't be scoring as many goals as we want as FPL managers. However, as you can see, I've got Trent and Mane. If I wanted Salah, the likes of De Bruyne and Ali are going to suffer here because the easiest person to upgrade to Mohamed Salah would be Kevin De Bruyne. Easiest person to save money on if I'm transferring up Kevin De Bruyne would be Dele Alli, and then it would have to go vice versa, but I'd have to save about 4 million on De Bruyne to be able to upgrade Ali to a Mohamed Salah. So big money having to be made for these midfielders. And then also if I wanted to upgrade the likes of Aurier or Sadio to Andrew Robertson, again, I would need to save some money somewhere. Again, the likely casualty would be a forward or Dele Alli or De Bruyne. And then will I want to be going back to some of these players? Now, Calvert-Lewin, I like the looks of. Ideally, it probably should be Danny Ings there. Rashford and Vardy I've been quite happy with, to be fair. Dele Alli is the one I'm not too fussed about transferring out. Kevin De Bruyne I do want to keep in the side, and I would probably be wanting him back, especially if the likes of Sane and others come back into the side, which would make Mahrez seem less of an option. Because right now, Mahrez seems a great option instead of De Bruyne, but I'm just not sure about his game time. And then as for defence, once I've got Robbo in, will I be changing him out? If Liverpool keep keeping clean sheets, I probably wouldn't. And to be fair, I'm not over the moon with Aurier, but he does have some attacking threat, which I quite like. And as far as Sadio goes, I'm quite fond of him in the side at the moment. I like the way he's looked in games so far this season and seems quite advanced. So a lot of surgery potentially to be done if I was going to go to someone other than Firmino. So for me, the likely answer to this question of which would be my triple up is probably going to be Trent, Mane and Firmino for just one game week and then find a way back to my Rashford Vardys. Maybe look at Danny Ings coming in instead if I think there's value to be had in midfield or defence. But I just feel like that means I'm set up best moving forward after the double game week to carry on increasing my overall rank. I would probably, after that, lean towards the defenders just slightly more. Liverpool have looked on good defensive form recently, and then just take a punt on Mane or Salah doing well. Triple captain may even come into play with Mane for me, but that is the way I would be leaning towards it. You do, of course, have your Virgil van Dijks, your other defenders that you could go if you're going for the clean sheets, but I think Trent and Robertson just offer so much attacking threat that if you're going for it in a double game week, you should probably look at those two. But, of course, a cheaper defender would, again, require less surgery done to your team beforehand and afterwards. However, with all of this data I've just given you, beware, you can quite easily pick out any period of the season and lean towards certain players, depending on which game weeks you pick. And no matter how much research you do, for all we know, Mane and Salah will do an absolute madness over these 2 game weeks, and it might have been best to go that way, despite the fact that me thinking the stats suggest otherwise. Anyway guys, thank you so much for joining me on this video discussing the Liverpool Triple Up for Game Week 24. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, and do check out the OneFootball app, which I think is a great app for you FPL managers out there. Also, stay tuned for a big announcement regarding Discord. I know some of you have been asking me about it. There will be an alternative to the Discord I set up coming very soon, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.